don't think that other people somehow are starting ahead of you.
Yeah. Because if
you could outwork anybody.
Hello.
You could outwork anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
What is it? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work?
Yeah.
Young Miami has Diddy behind her, has Revolt behind her. She's a city girl. She's pretty. She has
4 podcasts.
Yeah, but she has her relationships.
Yeah.
She has everything. She has awards.
Yeah, placement.
But ultimately, she doesn't have the work ethic to say, yo, like, here's a great platform. I have everything that really all these advantages. I'm going to drop a new podcast every week, which is easy. I wish I could just do 1 interview a week. Yeah. I wish.
So do we.
I do. Sometimes I have weeks where I do 7, like literally every day, Saturday, Sunday. I try not to do more than 1 a day, but like there's, we're 4th quarter right now. It's crunch time. I mean, Jordan don't pass the ball in the 4th quarter. This is how I'm looking at this. How I'm looking at this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? She has all these advantages, and she has the funding and the popularity and
access to talent,
and she's young, and she has a baby with Southside, and you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So there's that connection and so forth. But she doesn't have the work ethic, and even though she won, I think most people in the hip hop field go, her interviews don't really make that much of an impact. Just let's keep it 100. They don't make the impact that Nori does.
Word.
Yeah. And the fact that she tied Nori the year before. This is not me picking on Young Miami. I don't know her.
Yeah.
I've never met her. But I'm just illustrating a point that
no, you don't have to even apologize. You make it perfect sense.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're already a professional athlete, if you're already this, if you're already that. You still, all have to figure out how to do their shit and have to figure it out, because it's not going to make an impact from them just being them. Oprah had a lot of fucking interviews in her day.
She's always been working.
She's always been working since she was very young, and has put in that work and then built her own network.
Crazy.
Yeah, she built her own network. She acted in movies. She's done legendary shit. Decade after decade after decade after decade, and she became, once again, Oprah has her thing. Sitting down with Oprah, it's going to go a certain type of way. And what was Oprah's, advantage when she started? You know what I'm saying? She started in the 80s, in a much more racist era, as a dark-skinned black woman, with a lot of discrimination and everything else like that, and look at where she's gotten. No one, Stedman didn't help her get there.
Poor Stedman.
Stedman was silent, like,
Stedman was Stedman.
Keep going.
Take
you see what I'm saying? Like everyone puts in that work, and it doesn't matter. And you can get put in certain positions and so forth, but then you still have to carry it.
Still got to do the work, baby.
Still got to do the work, or you'll get cut.
Now you've had plenty of interviews, and you got a friendship with DJ Envy.
Yeah, well, I interviewed Envy a long time ago, like maybe 12 years ago.
Oh, I thought you guys had some.
Well, no, we've always been friendly with each other because me and Charlamagne have a relationship. Cool. But recently, when we were talking about expanding into different types of content, and we did this. I did an interview with Gilbert Arenas, and then afterwards, I'm walking him out. I'm like, I go to the parking lot, and I'm like, well, what's that? And he's like, oh, this is a Maybach minivan. And I'm like, I've never seen this before. He's like, there's only like 2 of them. And I'm like, can we film this? He's like, yeah, let's do it. We do that, gets a great reaction. So I'm like, I want to do more car shit. Who's the car guy in hip hop? DJ Envy, right? He does the car shows. So yes, I reached out to him, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. So go out to New Jersey, film a feature on his car collection, and then do an interview, and that's sort of, and and ever since then, which was somewhat recent, we started to be in contact a little bit more and so forth. And of course, I was on the Breakfast Club, shortly after that, and so forth. But I've always respected Envy. It's sad what he's going through right now, because I don't think that he, from everything I've seen as well as conversations that I've had, it seems like he's a victim in all this shit, just like everything else. I think that Envy's mistake was, basically partnering up with someone who has a questionable background that he didn't realize at the time. You know what I'm saying? And now he's stuck being associated with this guy who appears to be a crook, and that's fucked up because Envy's not the crook. But at the end of the day, you're in this shit long enough, you're gonna have to deal with some version of this and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to clarify. You know what I'm saying? It's not like me and Envy have been in contact all these years the way we have been recently. Yeah.
And what I was gonna ask you is, would you ever interview Cesar Pina?
No, I don't think so.
Because based on the friendship, right?
Well, I mean, it's a fucked up situation. I mean, I think anyone who does that is sort of doing a pylon right now, and I try not to do pylons, especially people in the media. Like me and academics sort of have that in common, where like if someone in our space is going through it, like we're not just, there's going to be enough people that are jumping on them anyways. I don't want to add necessarily to the problem, because they'll it's not the right thing to do, and they'll probably do the same thing to me if given the chance and so forth. So I probably wouldn't. No, not a probably, but I definitely wouldn't interview. Plus he's got an open case on top of that. Yeah. So like on that regards, I wouldn't want to interview him, like, because I know that everything we say is going to be then part of his case, and I try to avoid that when I can, unless they write a book about it. And you know what I'm saying? And then I will interview them. But I'm saying, like based on my conversation, based on my relationship with Envy, and also based on my relationship with Charlemagne. That's dope. Like I try to look out for them, and we try to actually push some of the narrative that, like Envy's office wasn't raided by the feds. That was a bullshit story. A lot of it is, you have to clear up the lies, because I've been lied on also lots of times, and I appreciate the people that have stood up and said, "Yo, this just isn't true."
Nice to know you have a couple allies, man.
Yeah,
it's nice. Absolutely. Like, man,
I have allies, man. A lot. I have way more allies than so-called enemies. Good. So it's
that's dope.
Yeah, and even whatever enemies to me is very, very slight. Like, it's not that serious.
Yeah, that's the hope. You hope you do good business and put good stuff out there.
Yeah.
You hope people rock with you and it resonates. So.
And then there's always going to be the issues where people want to be they want to have the story of, oh, this guy fucked me over, this guy is a bad person or whatnot. And you have Young Blue, who's said that you're the reason Boosie and him are no longer.
Well, that was before. Until I had to respond to that.